Alright, no, let's bring him. We already got the name. It's Mitchell Mulkey!
Hey y'all, what's up? It's Valentine's Day, in case you weren't aware. I don't think it's been mentioned yet tonight, but it is in fact Valentine's Day. And it's nice, this year I do have a Valentine. My girlfriend and I are celebrating our first Valentine's Day together this year. Thank you. Last year, this things felt before. Whenever I was with Four Loko, I'd get this strange feeling in my stomach. Maybe it was butterflies, maybe it was something else. Four Loko always made me really weak in the knees. I could barely walk or even stand when I was with Four Loko. But they made me make way too many bad decisions, so I had to cut it off. And now I can't smell their smell without thinking of dying and puking. So I really think it was for the best. I'm 25% Japanese. I don't know if you can tell. But I don't know if you know this about white people, but whenever they find out they're any form of minority, they don't shut up about it. And like, I heavily subscribe to that rule. Like, I used to talk about it all of the time. I used to brag about it too, but I'd brag about it in the worst possible ways. Like, I'd go up to kids and be like, hey, if I had lived on the West Coast during World War II, I'd be put in an internment camp. And like, that's not something you should brag about. I don't know if you're sitting there like, oh sick, we can brag about tragedies we could have gone through. No, you shouldn't do that. But here I am with a group of white kids, all of us trying to out-tragedy one another. And these kids are like, they're like white, so like, you know, none of their stories touch mine. They're not even coming close. I'm feeling good, I'm like, I'm winning. Until this one kid walks up, and he's gonna pull out the quote-unquote big guns, and he comes up to me and he says, oh yeah? Well, if I had lived in Germany during World War II, I would have been a Nazi. And like, those aren't comparable. You're in power in that situation. But then I got to thinking, I was like, hold on. If you're a Nazi and I'm Japanese, we were both Axis powers during World War II. Why are we even fighting about this? And that's how I befriended every kid with blonde hair and blue eyes in my middle school. Does anyone out here believe in aliens at all? Does anyone believe in life forms from other planets? Yeah, a few of you. I personally have trouble believing in life forms from other planets because I don't understand how they haven't managed to fuck their planets up as badly as we fucked up our planets. So like, if life forms do exist out there and they decide to come to Earth for whatever reason, we shouldn't be like, like afraid of them. We should be like, how did you do it? That's what I want to know. Like, you've always known we shouldn't throw our waste into our rivers and lakes? We had to destroy a whole ecosystem to learn that lesson. And then halfway through the conversation, you're like, oh no, did Adam and Eve eat the wrong fruit? Because the Bible tells us, you know, there was the fruit of knowledge of good and evil, which Adam and Eve ate. But there was also, and this is what the Bible doesn't tell us, there was also the fruit of like street smarts and common sense. And like, we thought we hit the jackpot with this fruit, but we were sorely mistaken. And I think that's why God was so pissed off when it happened, because he was like, oh no, these people just ruined the planet that I gave them. What a waste of a planet. All right, thank y'all. That's all I got.